Triston, how different is it this year being a guy who's been here and got a little experience here versus maybe 12 months ago?
I would say just trying to be there for the younger guys that coming in, trying to set a good example for them and do the right things for them, lead them in the right direction. But it's been all right so far.
Got a lot of newcomers. I mean, that's life in college football now. As one of the guys coming back, what is the tone that you've wanted the transfers and the freshmen to walk into? What kind of tone for this team?
I just want the whole team to be on the same page. Well, the whole group to be on the same page. I want all us to, be ready for when your time is called. Just like the similar situation I was in last year. Come in, be ready for when your time is called. You'll never know when your time called. It could be anything. So.
Triston, go ahead, Rod. I was going to say, second half of the season, we started to see some stuff click, and then you ended the season with the SEC Defensive Player of the Week award. What was that click for you that kind of got you going and made you comfortable out there?
Just more film study, more communication with the guys, more communication with my D-line, the safeties, the linebackers, talking with Coach DJ more, just trying to get more film and more everything really, just, trying to dial in and do more, because as coming in, I didn't get as many reps, like game reps. So, and when I did, I had to start to lock in and get more film and more communication with the guys. So, just more communication and more film.
What else have you learned about being a leader, whether it's been here at Mizzou or maybe in the past high school team or really anywhere?
Can you repeat that again?
Yeah. What else have you learned about being a leader? Obviously, you're stepping into that role this year, as we touched on earlier. But what do you want to apply this year in a new leadership role?
Mainly, just lead in the right direction, I can say. Because like the younger guys that come in, they looking forward to seeing the older guys do it first. So I want to. When I do it first, I want to be the guy that do it the right way, show them how it's done, be on time to everything, just dialing in, locking in every day, just really just leading them in the right direction.
Triston, what'd you learn when you're playing with Tyron and Chad that you kind of take forward now that they're not here?
I can say I learned just keep your pace, just slow down, don't try to play too fast, let it come to you, Tyron, he's a guy that, he stayed on me, you know what I'm saying, because he told me that he was like, it was going to be a time that you was going to have to be out there. So with that being said, he was one of the reasons why I started to watch more film, lock in on the playbook more. So I learned a lot from both of those guys, just sitting there watching them play at practice, having the reps after them. So he actually taught me a lot.
With that experience, how have you approached maybe this offseason or this preseason differently with that in mind?
I want to take advantage of every rep I get and everything I do, from lifting, from film, to reps on the practice field, walk through reps. I just want to take advantage of each rep that I get, because it's a very precise game. It come down to it, so I just want to make sure I'm on point.
Triston, 3 new transfer linebackers in there with Jeremiah, Khalil, and Corey. What have you seen from those guys? Have you been able to take something from them and apply it yourself?
Yeah, most definitely. I learned a lot from Corey. Learned a lot from Khalil also. But all 3 of those are good guys. Those guys, they can ball. They really they locked in. They ready to dial in. They also guys that gonna make sure I'm on point. Make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So.
Is there anything specific that on the field or off the field that you thought like, okay, that's something new that I can apply going forward?
Not really. I can't just say something specific that they taught me, but you learn a lot from everybody game. Like I love watching Corey old film, like his film at Miami. I love watching his game because he a good player, and just watching his game, I can learn from that. So.
A lot of the guys that you learned from Nick Bolton, and I know that Coach Drinkwitz will bring him up a lot. Is he still held up in pretty high regard in the linebacker room here?
Oh, yes, sir. We have a drill named after Nick Bolton. So, and he was another guy I watched his film. So, yeah, we learned a lot from Nick Bolton.
What does everybody in your room try to take from him?
Stay low, man. That's one thing. Stay low. You want to keep a good pad level. The Nick Bolton drill when you running to pick the ball up, staying low. So. that's one of the things right there.
Triston, does the linebacker room have something like an individual outside of winning? What is the linebackers, I guess, model or role for what you guys want to accomplish this season?
I really can't answer that question. I don't know how to answer that question. Can you repeat it again?
Is there something like forcing more turnovers, getting more sacks, wreaking more havoc? Is there something specific the linebacker room wants to accomplish this year outside of winning, obviously?
Not really. We all just wanted to make sure we on the same page with the defense. You know, we all getting into this thing where we communicate more and run to the ball. So as time comes, you know, probably not. So I don't really know how to answer that.
One more question?
What's the dynamic like between you and Chuck in setting an example for all the newcomers in your linebacker room?
Really just communicating. Like, it's really big. Communicate. Like, communicate with them, communicate with the defensive ends and the DBs. Because, like, when you first come in, you don't want to say nothing. You don't want to be wrong. That's the thing, like, being wrong. You don't want to be wrong. So we all just try to tell them to communicate. Make sure you communicate with everybody on the field. You know, communicate outside of football. Make sure you're on time with everything you do. So just basically make sure they communicating back with us. We communicating with them, communicate with the coaches. So that's one big thing with us, communication.
All right, thanks, guys.
Appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank y'all.